Hey everyone, welcome to yoga at the South Ark Library. We are going to begin laying down on your back. So you can just lay down with your knees bent, your feet on the mat. Take your feet to the edges of the mat and let your knees drop in towards each other. You can place your hands on your belly or just let them rest wherever's comfortable. And just begin to take your attention to your breath. Feel the belly expand into your hands as you inhale. And as you exhale, feel it gently fall away. And then with your next exhale, gently let your knees go off to the right as you look left. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, let the knees go left as you look right. Inhale, center. One more time, exhale, the knees go right as you look left. Inhale, center. Exhale, the knees go left as you look right. Inhale, center. Nice. And then as you exhale, press your low back down towards the mat, keeping your knees up towards the ceiling. Inhale, let the low back lift a little bit up away from the mat. Exhale, press your low back down. Inhale, let it lift. One more like that. Exhale, press your low back down. Inhale, let it lift to neutral. Take your arms by your sides, palms down. This time as you exhale and press your low back down, start to peel your hips up away from the mat. Make sure your toes are straight ahead. Inhale, roll back down through the spine from your upper back down to your low back. So as you exhale, start to press your low back down, lift your hips up. And then as you inhale, slowly roll back down. One more like that. Exhale, press into your feet, lift your hips. Inhale, roll back down. All right, and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. You can stay there, just sending that right thigh forward away from you. Or you can take your right hand through the keyhole, left hand around behind that left thigh, interlace fingers behind your left thigh, and draw it gently in. And then if it feels good, you can rock a little bit side to side. And then set your left foot down, set your right foot down, cross your left ankle over right thigh. You can just send this left thigh away from you if that's enough of a stretch, or you can take your left hand through the keyhole, right hand around behind, interlace fingers, rock a little bit side to side. Good. And then you can unwind and just hug your knees into your chest. And then you can either just roll off to one side or start to rock and roll yourself up to a seated position. And then just sit with the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. Take your hands behind you for a moment and just sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, you can stay there or fold on in any amount, grabbing onto your feet or ankles. If it feels good, you can sway a little bit side to side. Good. And then inhale, come on up. We'll make our way to the all fours, hands and knees. So you can place your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. As you inhale, arch your back. And as you exhale, press the mat away, round into your back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Just go with your own breath. One more like that. Good. And then just start to find neutral through the spine. Walk your hands a little forward of your shoulders. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back to down dog. And you can bend one knee, straighten the other leg, and then switch, bend the other knee, straighten the other leg, and just pedal out the feet. And then start to be still. Gaze forward between the hands. And then just start to walk your feet towards your hands. Come into a forward fold towards the top of the mat. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. If you'd like, you can take hold of opposite elbows and hang. If it feels good, you can sway a little bit side to side. Good. And then release your arms, bend your knees, slowly roll yourself on up to stand. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then we'll do a couple sun salutations. So we'll inhale, reach the arms out, around and up. And as you exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, fingers to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way in. Inhale, press through the feet, reach the arms out, around and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way in. Inhale, press through your feet, reach the arms out, around and up. Exhale, hands to heart. And I can't do yoga outside without doing tree pose. So start to shift the weight into your right foot. Take the left sole of your foot anywhere above or below the knee. If you need to find a wall, you can go to a wall. You can keep your hands at heart center, or you might reach your arms up. Nice. And really reach. Nice. And then carefully release. Set your left foot down. Lift and spread your left toes. and then place them back down. Transfer the weight into your left foot and see if you can take your right foot anywhere above or below the left knee, hands to heart center. As you press your sacrum forward, press your knee back so you're opening up this hip, the right hip. You can keep your hands at heart center or reach your arms up. Take a breath there. Nice. And then release your arms. Carefully set the right foot down. We'll come back to the top of the mat. If you've wandered, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, step one foot back and then the other to down dog. Next, inhale, rock forward to a plank. So shift your shoulders over your wrists. Knees can be up or down in plank. Hold that plank. And then slowly lower all the way down to your stomach. And then you can prop yourself up on your forearms. So your elbows are under your shoulders. Your wrists are in line with your elbows. Shoulders away from the ears. Draw your heart through your arms. Keep a little engagement in your low belly. Nice. And then lower your chest down. Slide your hands back a little bit so they're a little forward of your shoulders. Inhale. Lift your chest forward and up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Reach the chest forward and down. Two more like that. Inhale. Reach the chest forward and up. Exhale. Reach the chest forward and down. Last one. Inhale. Reach the chest forward and up. Exhale. Reach it forward and down. Nice. And then just go back to child's pose. So shift your hips back towards your heels. Let your big toes touch. Knees can be wide. You can either bring your forehead down to the mat or stacked fists. Just take a breath there. And then you can bring your feet around in front and come to lay down on your back. And you can use your core to roll down slow through the spine. And then hug your knees into your chest, or you can hug behind your thighs. You can rock a little bit side to side. Man, that sun feels good. And then soles of the feet down to the mat about hips distance apart, arms by your sides with the palms down. Roll the outer edges of your shoulders down into the mat so you're broadening across your chest. And then press into your feet and lift your hips up into bridge. You can stay right there or interlace your fingers underneath you and shimmy from shoulder to shoulder until you've worked your shoulder blades underneath you. Good. Press evenly through your feet. Press your forearms down if you have that interlace. And then slowly start to roll back down. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Just rest a moment. Good. And then bring the hands to the outsides of the thighs. Guide the knees back up and into the chest. Let your arms go out to a T and let your knees fall over towards the right as you look over your left shoulder. If you'd like, you can take your right hand to that top thigh. Good. And then gently come back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Let the knees go over to the left as you look right. Gazing over that right shoulder. If you'd like, taking your left hand to the top thigh. One more deep breath. Good, and then gently come back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. You can either take your hands behind your thighs and flex your feet like you're going to stamp the sky, or you can reach for your ankles and draw your knees down towards your armpits. You might be able to take hold of the outer edges of the feet. Happy baby. If it feels good to rock side to side, you can. Good. And then release your feet to the edges of the mat. Let the feet flop out. Let the arms flop out to the sides with the palms up. Work your shoulder blades under you and down the back and lengthen your low back on the mat. If you have glasses on, you can set those to the side. Just let your whole body be heavy. Soften the muscles in the face. Let your arms and legs be heavy like tree limbs that have fallen to the ground. Just allow your next inhale to be a little deeper. You can gently start to wiggle fingers and toes. Circle wrists and ankles. And let your head rock side to side. On an inhale, reach your arms by your ears. Take a stretch. And as you exhale, bend one knee at a time. Gently roll off to your right side and rest there a moment, making a little pillow with the arm. When you're ready, you can use the strength of your arms to slowly press yourself up to any comfortable way to sit. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.